Picture yourself staring at your bank account balance, watching that pathetic number mock you from your phone screen. Maybe it's $8.93. Maybe it's $327.02 if you're having a good month. Either way, that first $1,000 feels about as achievable as climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. Meanwhile, some financial guru on the internet is telling you that once you hit $10,000, the next $10,000 comes twice as fast. And you're thinking, yeah, right, tell that to my credit card bill. Here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. That financial guru isn't lying to you. In fact, they're not even telling you the whole truth about how dramatically easier it gets. The psychology and mathematics behind why your first $1,000 is exponentially harder than your next $10,000 isn't just some feel-good motivation. It's cold hard science that most people never understand, which is exactly why they stay broke their entire lives. My name is Ivan, and I spend way too much time thinking about why some people effortlessly build wealth while others work their entire lives and have nothing to show for it. If you're tired of running on a financial treadmill, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you out. When you think about wealthy people, what do you picture? Someone who never struggled with money, someone born with a special financial gene you missed out on. Here's the truth. The difference between people who build wealth and people who don't has almost nothing to do with how much they make, and everything to do with understanding the invisible psychological forces working against them. Your brain is literally wired to sabotage your financial success. Neuroscientists call it temporal discounting. Your brain values immediate rewards way more than future benefits. Spending $50 on dinner tonight feels incredibly appealing, but saving that same $50 for your future self feels like watching paint dry. The same psychological mechanism that makes saving your first $1,000 feel impossible is exactly what makes the next $10,000 feel effortless once you understand how to work with it instead of against it. The first barrier is what psychologists call the house money effect. Your brain treats money differently depending on how you got it. Money from your regular job feels heavy and important, but money from your tax refund or that $20 from grandma feels like play money you'll blow on something stupid. This is why most people never build wealth despite earning decent incomes. Every dollar should be treated the same, but your brain plays accounting tricks that keep you broke. Then there's money scripts buried in your subconscious. These are beliefs about money programmed into your head as a kid that run your financial life whether you realize it or not. Maybe you grew up hearing parents argue about money, so your brain associates having money with conflict. Maybe you heard we can't afford that, so often your brain believes you're not the type of person who gets nice things. These invisible scripts make financial decisions for you every single day, and most people never realize they're there. Here's the really messed up part. Your brain has been evolutionarily programmed to keep you alive, not to make you wealthy. For thousands of years, humans who survived grabbed immediate resources when available because there was no guarantee they'd be there tomorrow. Your brain still operates with this ancient software that prioritizes instant gratification over long-term planning. When you try to save money, you're literally fighting millions of years of evolutionary programming screaming at you to spend now, because what if there's no food tomorrow? It's irrational in our modern world, but your brain doesn't know that. This is why building that first $1,000 feels like such a monumental battle. You're fighting your own biology. Every time you choose to save instead of spend, you're going against every instinct your brain has developed over millennia. But once you hit certain psychological thresholds, something magical happens. Your brain stops seeing saving as deprivation and starts seeing it as achievement. The same mechanisms that worked against you suddenly flip and work for you. There's something called self-efficacy, which is your belief in your ability to succeed at something. When you have zero saved, the idea of $10,000 feels impossible. Your brain can't picture it, so it doesn't try. But once you hit your first $1,000, something clicks. Your brain has proof you're the type of person who can save money. This is measurable, documented behavior change. People who save their first $1,000 are exponentially more likely to save the next $1,000. Your brain rewrites its entire story about who you are and what you're capable of. And here's where the mathematics get interesting. That first $1,000 is almost entirely dependent on your behavior and spending less than you earn. But once you have money saved, compound growth starts doing work for you. Your money begins earning money, which earns more money, which earns even more money. Let's say you save $100 every month. At $100 per month, it takes exactly 10 months to save your first $1,000. 10 months of saying no, 10 months of feeling like you're making zero progress, 10 months of friends thinking you've lost your mind. Those 10 months feel like an eternity because your brain constantly reminds you of all the stuff you could be buying instead. Here's where it gets interesting. That same $100 per month after you've got money working for you starts behaving differently. Keep saving $100 monthly, but now earn a conservative 7% annual return. Nothing crazy, just basic stock market returns. Your second 1,000 takes about 9 months. Your third 1,000 takes 8.5 months. By your 10,000, it takes less than 6 months to save each additional 1,000. Your money is literally working harder than you are. By the time you hit $10,000 invested, something mind-blowing happens. At 7%, returns your 10,000 earns about $700 per year without you doing anything. That's almost 2 months of your $100 monthly savings for free. Now, your brain gets it. You check your account with excitement, not dread. The same mechanisms that made saving feel impossible now make saving feel addictive. This is when people start doing things that seem crazy to their broke friends. They look for ways to increase their savings. They get excited about tax refunds because they can invest them and watch them grow. They see expensive dinners as opportunities they're giving up. Your brain has completely rewired itself. Instead of seeing saving as deprivation, you start seeing spending as what's depriving you of future wealth. Here's the beautiful part. The more money you have working for you, the less dependent you become on your contributions. When you have $50,000 invested at 7%, that money earns about $3,500 per year on its own. That's almost 3 times your entire annual savings contribution happening automatically. You could stop saving entirely and your wealth would continue growing. But most people don't stop. They get so excited watching their net worth climb, they save even more aggressively. They realize they're not just building money, they're building freedom. The psychology gets even more interesting when you understand what money represents. Most people think money is about buying stuff, but wealthy people understand money is about buying choices. When you have zero savings, you have zero financial choices. You take the job you can get. You live where you can afford. You make decisions based on this month, not your future. But when you have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 saved, you suddenly have options. You can take risks broke people can't afford. You can quit a job making you miserable. You can invest in yourself or take advantage of opportunities requiring upfront capital. This is why wealthy people say the first 100,000 is the hardest. It's not just compound interest, it's the psychological transformation that happens when you prove to yourself you're capable of building wealth. Your entire relationship with money changes. Most people never experience this because they give up during those brutal first 10 months. They look at their savings and think this isn't working. They don't realize they're months away from the breakthrough that would change everything. The people who push through discover something magical. Building wealth isn't about huge sacrifices forever. It's about small sacrifices temporarily until compound growth takes over. Here's what nobody talks about. The real power isn't just mathematical growth, it's how it changes your behavior once you see it working. People who build wealth become obsessed with optimization. They look for ways to increase income specifically to invest more. They pay attention to fees and tax implications because small differences compound over decades. This behavioral change affects every area of life. They become more intentional about time because they understand time and money are connected. Meanwhile, their broke friends are making the same financial decisions they made 5 years ago, wondering why nothing changes. Still buying lunch every day because it's only $8. Still financing cars they can't afford because the monthly payment seems manageable. Still living paycheck to paycheck despite multiple raises because they never learned the difference between looking wealthy and being wealthy. The cognitive dissonance is stunning. They'll spend $40 on drinks, then claim they can't afford to save $20 a month. They'll buy a $1,000 phone on a payment plan, then say investing is too risky. Here's something that'll make you laugh or cry. The average American spends more on coffee annually than they have in their emergency fund. People are more committed to caffeine than financial security. Then they wonder why they feel anxious about money. This isn't about shaming people for coffee. It's about understanding small financial decisions compound just like investments, except in the wrong direction. That $5 latte every weekday adds up to $1,300 a year. $1,300 that disappears forever. Imagine if that went into investments earning 7% annually. After 10 years, over $18,000. After 20 years, over $53,000. That daily coffee habit cost you $53,000 in future wealth. Most financial advice misses the point. Experts shame people about spending without understanding the deeper psychology. They say skip the lattes and bring lunch, but won't explain why your brain resists these changes or how to make them stick. The truth is, most spending isn't about money. It's about emotion. Buying lunch because you hate your job and that 20-minute break feels like the only good part of your day. Buying clothes you don't need because shopping gives you dopamine. Going to bars because you're lonely and spending feels like the only way to have a social life. You can't solve an emotional problem with a mathematical solution. This is why the first 1,000 is so psychologically challenging. You're changing your entire relationship with money and emotions. Learning delayed gratification instead of instant pleasure. Rewiring decades of conditioning. People who successfully make this transition replace spending habits with saving habits that provide similar emotional rewards. Getting excited about investment balance growth instead of buying something new. This shift often happens without people realizing it. One day, they notice they're more excited about a $200 portfolio gain than spending $200 shopping. That's when building wealth stops feeling like sacrifice and starts feeling like winning. Here's where it gets ridiculous. Once you have $20,000 invested, your money earns about $1,400 per year at 7%. That's more than most people spend on coffee, lunch, and impulse purchases combined. At $50,000 invested, your returns are about $3,500 annually. That's almost $300 per month while you sleep. You've created a part-time job that never calls in sick and works 24 hours a day. Let's compare two people both earning $50,000 a year. Rich Richard pushes through the brutal first 10 months and saves his first $1,000. He keeps going and hits $10,000 within 2 years. His brain has completely rewired itself. He's now obsessed with optimization, looking for ways to increase his savings rate. After 5 years, he has $40,000 invested, earning $2,800 per year. After 10 years, he has $120,000. His investments now earn more annually than he originally saved. He's become the kind of person who builds wealth. Poor Peter tries to save but gives up after 4 months. He looks at his $400 balance and thinks, this isn't working. He goes back to his old spending habits, and 5 years later, he has $2,000 in savings and is still stressed about every unexpected expense. 10 years later, he has $8,000 saved, but no momentum, no compound growth working for him. He's still living paycheck to paycheck, wondering why nothing ever changes. He quit months away from the psychological breakthrough that would have changed everything. Two numbers matter here: time and consistency. Rich Richard wasn't smarter. He wasn't luckier. He just understood that the first $1,000 is a psychological battle, not a mathematical one. Once he won that battle, everything else became easier. So there you have it. Your first $1,000 isn't just harder because of the math, it's harder because you're literally fighting your own brain's ancient programming while building completely new psychological pathways. But once you break through that barrier, compound interest and compound psychology work together to make wealth, building feel almost automatic. The choice is yours. You can keep making excuses about why this won't work for you, or you can start that brutal but brief battle against your own impulses.